Hi, this short video describes how we can improve our patients' care experience by focusing our time with them at the bedside, rather than have them wait for us in the waiting room. It's direct rooming. Other emergency departments in our organization are moving to this, and so is the competition. We've looked closely at different models and worked as a team to develop an arrival process that puts our patients' needs first. Our goals are simple. Guide the patient directly to the team that will care for her as quickly as possible. Eliminate non-value added time to the patient's ED visit. The greeter and the tech up front should aim to spend about 2 minutes with the patient. Keep in mind, the goal isn't determined by the stopwatch or just skipping the patient's blood pressure. The goal is not wasting our patient's time and being a more efficient operation ourselves. Here are the basic steps that the greeting team, usually a nurse and a tech, will perform in order to safely arrive our patient. First, give a warm greeting and request a photo ID and a Kaiser number. Next, click ED Start and enter some basic clinical information, chief complaint, ESI, and a few vital signs. Then, document the patient's general consent for treatment, the presence of an advance directive, and photo ID. Now, decide if the patient is going to PIT or not, use TAS, and drag the patient to the most appropriate ready bed, which will be shown in white. Once you drag the patient above the blue line, the armband will automatically print. Have the tech escort the patient to the assigned bed, have the tech notify the charge nurse, and hand off to the patient's primary nurse. Here's a real-time example of the greeter's interaction with the patient.
Hi, welcome to the emergency department. What can we do for you today?
It's my back.
Okay. We have to take care of you. If you have it, if you can show me your photo ID and your Kaiser card.
Alright. I don't have an ID.
Oh, that's okay. We'll be able to take care of you. While you're getting the system, would you mind just putting your finger in here? Get a couple vital signs, okay? Alright. There you go. Thank you.
It's been hurting for a long time.
Yeah, it sounds like it needs some attention. Alright. Next, we're just going to ask a couple quick questions to get started here. Do you have an advance directive?
What's that?
Advance directive is just a document that tells us your plan in case something were to happen, like your heart stopped beating or you need to go on a breathing machine.
No.
Okay. Put that in here. And now, if you wouldn't mind just signing right here, I'll take that off. Signing right here, this is just a general consent for treatment in the emergency room. Alright, thank you. Got that. Okay. And let's see who the physician will be today for you. Alright, it looks like it's going to be, okay, Dr. Spangers. It's fantastic. He's one of my favorite docs. Alright. And we'll be seeing you in room B16. That's enough. I'm just going to go ahead and put this armband on you right now. So our tech will escort you to the room and hope your back feels better, okay?
Alright, back here.
To review, the basic steps of the greeter are 1. Greet and request IDs. 2. Hit ED Start and enter basic clinical information. 3. Document consent and photo ID. 4. Determine PIT or not PIT and assign a team. And finally, apply the armband and have the patient escorted to their room. Now on the way to the bed, the tech notifies the charge nurse of the new patient, either by phone or radio. At this point, the charge nurse may want to redirect to a different room. If no answer from the charge nurse after 2 rings, continue to the original room. This is very important. The roomer must notify the primary nurse and notify the need for an EKG. The primary nurse should delegate ongoing tasks and meet the new patient. The charge nurse can assist in this process. And if there is no tech available at the greeter station, a member of the PIT team can assist. Now, as for guiding the patient to the pit versus the main ED, we'd like to describe the principle rather than create a long list of rules. A patient is appropriate for pit when you know what the problem or threat is, and there will be one test or one intervention needed to address it. We'd like to create a culture where we oversort patients to the pit. The pit team would like the patient to be seen in the main ED. They have all the tools needed to directly room the patient themselves. No big deal. Here are a few examples of this principle in practice. Here are some quick tips for sending patients to the pit. If the room is ready, you can remotely unlock the door and ask the patient to step inside. Be sure to get a weight on children being seen in the pit. The scale is seen behind the door of the greeter. Okay, let's go through the steps in Health Connect in quickly arriving a patient. So we're going to hit ED Start and enter in the patient's name or their medical record number if they have it. If they don't, you need to call registration and have them come up, help us out. So here we go. Get enter a chief complaint. We'll say weakness here. And for ESI, we've got some decision support. Guess we're going to make this a 5, not very impressive. And for vital signs, so we just want to get something quick that we can get with a finger. That'll be the heart rate and the pulse ox. So we'll enter those in. And now we're going to the document list tab on the left, very important. So we're going to first hit ED consent. And we get there, we're going to open that up and drop down to the San Leandro form. Scroll down, we're going to ask about advanced directives. And then at this point you ask the patient to sign, and they'll sign on the device. Look through that. So we've now received that. REC will get us to received. Second step is the photo ID, which is verified when they first presented their ID to us. So we're out of there. We TAS, we know our physician. And we're going to drag it to the open room, which is going to be A3, looks like. And there we go. So at this point, the armband will print once you drag above the blue line. We'll apply that, and we'll have the tech take the patient to A3. And let's step through this one more time. Here we go.